You know that feeling when you're doing all the things in your business, but somehow you still feel like you're going nowhere? Like you're a one person show trying to master everything at once, social media, tech, strategy, mindset, and the weight of it all, sometimes it just feels too much. What if I told you that the very thing that makes you strong, your independence, your ability to figure it out by yourself, is actually the thing holding you back? We're going to talk more about this in today's episode. Ready to break free from the solopreneur struggle? Join me as I peel back the layers to a thriving online business without the guru hype or the burnout. I'm going to show you the proven strategies and tools that I use so you can build a sustainable digital business without sacrificing your well-being. Hey there, and welcome to Ease and Impact Thriving as a Solopreneur. I'm Frankie, and if you're new here, this is your weekly dose of practical advice for the solo business journey wherever you're at. Now, before we dive in, if you're finding value in what we talk about here, please hit that follow button or subscribe button. It really helps other solopreneurs find me, and it means that you'll also never miss an episode. Now, I've been getting messages from some of you lately. Messages like the one I got from Patty not long ago. It said, "I'm spinning a bit. I'm a one-girl show, and I'm feeling it." And Patty might actually be listening to this. But that statement, it hit me hard because I've been exactly where she is. So today we're going to talk about something that might feel a bit uncomfortable, why your fierce independence might actually be your biggest liability when it comes to your business. And that's exactly why I've been working behind the scenes on something special. You see, when Patty reached out feeling overwhelmed and spinning, I didn't just send her another strategy guide or tell her work harder or give her a bit of a pep talk like, "You got this." I let her into my new membership community early, even while I'm still building it out. Why? Because I know from my own experience that when you're in that spinning place, when you're feeling the weight of being a one-person show, what you need isn't more information. You need connection. You need people who get it. You need someone who can point you in the right direction. So I've been busy creating the Ease and Impact membership and community, a space where solopreneurs don't have to figure it out alone. And if this is resonating with you already, you can join the priority list now. There's a link in the show notes, and you'll be the first to know when I officially open the doors. But in today's episode, you might realize that the breakthrough you've been searching for isn't in another course or strategy. It is something much simpler, much more powerful. Let me take you back to 2022. From the outside, I looked like I had it all together. I was the person everyone came to for solutions: video creation, course building, marketing, tech troubleshooting. I could figure anything out. But inside, I was at rock bottom. My business revenue was stagnant. I was battling depression, and I was using alcohol to cope with the stress. And I was trying to master everything all at once, but completely alone. You see, we've been sold this myth of kind of the lone wolf entrepreneur, the solopreneur, the person who bootstraps their way to success through sheer willpower and determination. That's not how real success happens. Now, before I tell you about my turning point, let me share some of the science behind why we struggle when we're alone. Research shows that social isolation has profound effects on our brains. Studies have found that people experiencing isolation show increased activity in the amygdala. Now, that's the part of the brain associated with fear and threat. At the same time, there are also changes in the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making and clear thinking. Now, here's what this means for us entrepreneurs. When we're isolated, our brains are literally wired to see more threats and make poorer decisions. Everything feels harder because our neural pathways are working against us. And it's not just about how we feel, it affects our success rates too. Research shows that entrepreneurs who participate in peer groups and masterminds report significantly higher business success. In fact, 96% of entrepreneurs in mastermind groups say the educational nature and peer support are extremely valuable to their business growth. So back in 2022, my transformation didn't start with a new strategy or a breakthrough tactic. It started on a mastermind call where I truly opened up about my struggles. There I was, this person who everyone came to for solutions, who wanted to be that person that everyone came to for solutions, admitting that I was falling apart. And you know what happened? There were people on that call who nodded and said, I've been there too. For the first time in years, I wasn't the only one carrying the weight of figuring it all out. And that's when everything shifted. Here's what I wish someone had told me back then. The problem wasn't that I didn't know enough. The problem was that I was trying to master everything all at once. And I was doing it all in isolation. Now, I like being the jack of all trades, but I don't need to be doing it all alone. Think about it. When you're in crisis mode, what do you really need? Another course to add to your pile? Another strategy guide to overwhelm you? No. You need someone to tell you exactly what to do first. You need that human support, and you need it fast. When you're not in crisis mode, that's when coaching you to figure it out yourself with support is right. And there's this quote, often attributed as an African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And while the origins might be debated, the truth of it isn't. Every breakthrough I've had in my business, and I'm pretty sure every single one, happened when I was connected to other people on the same journey, or those who had been on my same journey. Those bi-weekly accountability calls, the Facebook groups where I would post at 11 p.m. Is anyone else struggling with this? Suddenly I had access to solutions I would never have thought of on my own. I had people who could see my blind spots and point me in the right direction, who could celebrate wins that no one else understood, and who could hold me accountable when I wanted to give up. This realization is exactly why I've been busy behind the scenes working on the community element of the Ease and Impact membership, because I know firsthand that you shouldn't have to do this alone. I've been building a space where solopreneurs can get support with everything: mindset, strategy, tech, and of course, that community connection, all in one place. Because your business isn't just about one thing. It's how all the pieces work together with you at the center. Inside, we have weekly content reviews where you can bring anything: social posts, emails, landing pages, and get real feedback from me. Monthly group calls where we can work through actual business challenges, weekly power hours so you never work in isolation, plus all the trainings from how to overcome beliefs, sales strategies, using Facebook ads, course creation, and even podcast launching is coming soon. But here's what matters most. It's a place where you can show up as you are, struggles and all, and find people who get it, who won't judge you for not knowing something, but will say instead, here, let me show you what worked for me. If this resonates with you, I'd love to have you join the priority list. You can find the link in the show notes, and you'll be the first to know when the doors officially open. Now, the irony isn't lost on me that the person everyone came to for solution needed the most basic thing of all: connection with others who understood the journey. Your skills, your knowledge, your unique gifts, they're all incredible. But you're only able to use them more effectively when you're not trying to nurture them in isolation. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to stop trying to figure it out all by yourself. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a simple question to ask yourself. And that is, who is in my corner when I'm spinning? Not your family, though they're amazing. Not your friends, though they mean well. I'm talking people who truly understand what it's like to run an online business. People who get the specific challenges, the unique wins, the particular brand of crazy that comes with being a solopreneur. If you're struggling to name anyone, then that's actually great news. It means the solution you've been searching for might be simpler than you think. You don't necessarily need to learn more, you just need to connect more. So there you have it. While doing this all alone might be the very thing keeping you stuck and what you could do about it. So if this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop your questions, your thoughts in the comments below. What's your biggest challenge with finding your people? What would change for you if you had the right support system? And remember, if you're ready to stop doing this alone, head to the show notes to join the priority list for the Ease and Impact community. Let's build something amazing together. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, keep creating impact with ease.